Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I'm going to give the 8th update of this year for our portfolio, our ETF portfolio, which is bringing now more than 2,750 Swiss francs per year in dividends. So we are really happy about that, me and my wife. And this is the wrap up for June 2024, so it's the 30th right now, Sunday. And on Friday it was the last day of the stock market in June. And what I bought was at the end of the month, I bought SDGPEX or ISPA. The ISPA ticker is for in Germany, but SDGPEX is how it is called here in Switzerland. And what I'm going to buy at the end of July, it's GLDV for sure, and maybe as well XYLF. I don't know yet, but I think it will be possible that we have 600 Swiss francs to put in XYLF at the end of next month. The value of our portfolio, I'm going to give that one as well, of course, and the dividends we received in June, and then our new total predicted future yearly dividend total, and the dividends for July that we can expect. So on the 25th of June, the day that our wages were deposited on our accounts, we immediately transferred the amount that we wanted to save and invest this month into our Swiss quote account, and we invested immediately into SDGPEX. And we bought 38 pieces, so we also reinvested the dividend that we received in what was it in April. We received 200 and a bit euros from SDGPEX, so that amount we also reinvested this month. So 900 plus 200 and a bit is 1118.93 euros that we reinvested. So we bought at 29.11, and actually that wasn't a great thing to do because yeah, it dropped at the end of Friday. It was only 28.96 euros, but overall with investing 38, buying 38 new shares, the total that we have in SDGPX was still higher than the previous month. But as you can see, everything is red, so all the prices of all our ETFs went down, and that's okay, it can happen. And yeah, they all went down, but 4 of those also provided us with a nice dividend this month, so it is the way it is. So what is the total value of our portfolio right now? So on the 29th of May, the previous update that I gave, it was 49,243.52 Swiss francs. Now with buying the 38 SDGPX, we invested 1,068.57 Swiss francs extra with 12.32 Swiss francs in costs. So the total investment was almost 1,081 Swiss francs. And the total worth now on the 30th of June, so it's 49,155.79 Swiss francs. So although we invested 1,068.57 Swiss francs extra into our ETFs, so not counting the cost of course, we still had a loss of minus 87.73. So it can happen when you invest small amounts. Certainly when, for example, we started with 300 Swiss francs. So at a certain time, you will reach a point where your portfolio is so much worth that when the stock market tumbles with 1% even, you immediately lose more than 300 Swiss francs. And in this case, yeah, now we try to invest every month 900 Swiss francs plus our dividends that we can reinvest. And still with doing that, we still have a negative amount because, yeah, it's minus 2.35% in a month. So it can happen, and it's just the way it is. So yeah, sometimes investing isn't only about winning, but also about losing, and you have to be able to take it. And last time it was plus 1544.22 without the dividends, and now it's minus 1156.30 without dividends. So like that, you see that 1 month isn't the other. So, but we do it for the dividends, and we also received 4 dividends this month. So, what were they? We received on the 7th of June, we received the dividend of XYLF, so the Global X S&P 500 cover call ETF. The X coupon date was on the 30th of May, and the payment was a week later than that. And we received $5.39 from that fund. And the exchange rate, you can see it here, that's important for doing the recalculation into Swiss francs later on. Then we also received a dividend from LDG, so the European Quality Dividend from Europe without the UK. And there we had 178 pieces that delivered us with a dividend of 0.3492 euros. So for a total amount of 62.16 euros with the exchange rate of 0.9547 euros per Swiss francs. That's also important for doing the recalculation later on. But there the execution date as well, 13th of June, and the value date, it was 8 days later, the 21st of June. And then we had the FLX day, so also the Quality Europe ETF, where there is the UK included, so you know why I like it for that reason. And there we have 94 pieces that delivered us with a dividend of 0.5557 euros for a total of 52.24 euros. And here the ex coupon date was the 12th of June, and we had to wait 12 days for the value date. And in fact, it was paid on the 25th of June. So we only received it in our account on the 25th, not on the 24th. And here as well, you can see the exchange rate. And the last one that we received this month was VHYL. That one was 13 days between the ex coupon date and the value date when we received our dividend payment. In fact, it wasn't the 26th, it was also the 27th. So those two came actually a date later than the value date mentioned here on our Swiss quote account. I think it has to do with the fact that it's delivered in the afternoon or something like that on the 26th, and Swissquote only delivers then the money on the 27th. But it's calculated to have reached our account on the 26th, so I'm not worried about that at all. Even more so because now Swissquote doesn't offer any interest anymore on the amount that is on the accounts waiting to be invested. So it's 0% again. It was 0.25%, but with the Swiss National Bank dropping the interest rate with 0.25%, Swissquote did the same for the normal money on the Swissquote accounts. If you want to have an interest on Swissquote, you have to look for another account, a savings account. It has a special name. I received a mail about it, but I'm not interested for that. We only have about 450 Swiss francs in total, with everything recalculated into Swiss francs on our Swissquote account. So I keep that for paying all the costs at the end of every quarter. So, and the other one you will see at the end of this video. The majority of the money is actually in dollars. So VHYL gave us 44.22 US dollars, and when you look at it like this, so this amount you already saw in a previous slide. So minus 1156.30 was the end total for June, but we still needed to receive the dividends from XYLF, which amounted to 4.83 Swiss francs, LDG 59.30 Swiss francs, FLXD for 50.05 Swiss francs, and VHYL 39.66 Swiss francs. And like that, the minus 1156 Swiss francs became minus 1002.45 Swiss francs. So a loss of a little bit over 2%. So that's of course not good, but it's still not terrible. It can be much worse. You have to remember what the stock market did at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. So there it's then you can lose a lot in 1 month. So losing only 2%, it's nothing to cry about. And then the total dollar amount on our Swissquote account is right now $176.36. So we still have, I think, 120 euros on our account with the 62 and the 52 that came in, and then a little bit of rest, leftover euros that I couldn't invest into SDGPEX. So I think around 120 euros is on our account, together with $176, and then around 100 Swiss francs is also on our account, just waiting around. And I think today, it's the 30th, so our quarterly fee will be deducted from our Swissquote account. And as we are above 50,000 and below 100,000, our amount that we need to pay quarterly went up with 5 francs. So that's a bit unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Now we have to move forward to 100,000 marker, and when we reach that, the amount is going to go up again, and then we are safe until 1 million. And above 1 million there is another cost that comes into play as well, another percentage that we need to pay. But by then I think we will have opened another brokerage account, so that we stay below the 1 million marker, and we are far from there. So with our 49,155 Swiss francs right now, I'm really happy about that for our ETFs. And also our predicted future dividends, I'm really happy about that as well. So the previous time we were a bit over 2,700 Swiss francs per year, or 225 Swiss francs per month. And with the 38 shares of SDGPEX, so this was the one in October, this was one what we received in January, this is what we received in April, and now we are going to receive in July 0.57 and a bit euros per share. It's actually almost 13 cents lower than the previous year. So then in July we received a little bit over 70 cents. And if you calculate the total from this year so far with July, and then you take the same periods of last year, actually the dividend went down with about 4 cents per year, but we still have to wait for this year, of course, with the amount that we are going to receive then in October. I hope it's going to be higher than 34 cents. 43 cents, I need to say, sorry for that. So I hope it's more than 43 cents, so that at least the total dividend isn't going down compared to last year. But as I said, we have to wait until October for that. So for now, I'm calculating with these amounts. I'm always doing it like that. So it's always a rough estimation, but it's going to bring 55.78 Swiss francs per year or 4.65 Swiss francs per month. And the conversion rate, of course, that also plays a role why I say that it's a rough prediction, because yeah, it's going up and down. It was last month it was around 0.99, then it went down to 0.956. So yeah, the SNB lowered, so the Swiss National Bank lowered the interest rates with 0.25, and since then the euro is gaining a bit of traction again. So it's a little bit up, a little bit higher up than 1 cent in the meantime, so after 1 week. But it dropped enormously, in fact, after the ECB, European Central Bank, dropped the rate with 0.25% as well. So in one way it's okay for us, because we also still have costs in Belgium and we need to convert our Swiss francs every month to €2, and then of course seeing a lower rate here, it's always great, because then we can buy more euros for the same amount of Swiss francs. But on the other hand, it's not that great for the value of our portfolio. And right now I can say that we are above 2,750 Swiss francs per year, to be exact 7.44 Swiss francs per year above it, and just below 230 Swiss francs per month. So we breached the 2,750 marker for dividends per year. So my wife and I, we are really happy about that. So we are going to celebrate that for sure. Hopefully tomorrow Belgium can win, just like Switzerland won yesterday. So then we can celebrate 2 times. Yesterday my daughters were screaming a lot because Switzerland won. It was a great game. Hopefully tomorrow Belgium plays better than the first and the third match, and they can replay the match that they did against Romania, because then they played great that game, the second one, but the last and the first game that they played at the European Championship, it was terrible. But tomorrow is another day, and at 6 I'm going to support her for sure for Belgium. So with that being said, I still need to I still need to say, of course, that SDGPEX, they are going to deliver the dividend on the 16th of July. So it's the 0.57 cents and a bit in euro, and then XYLF with the X coupon date on the 5th of July. So we are going to receive that on the 12th of July or the 13th of July. And then the 17th of July, I think it is, that we are going to see the, I have to see, yeah, it's going to be the 17th of July that we received the dividend from SDGPEX. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you like this kind of content and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hitting that like button as well, it helps the channel out enormously, because then the videos are shared to other people as well that watch this kind of content. And thank you for watching, and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye!